So we are in the AI era, and this is how I think Africa can win in this era. You see, AI is going to replace so many things. It's going to replace so many tasks and jobs. But one thing AI is not going to replace is our land. It's not going to give you real fruits, real vegetables, real beef, real chicken. These zote tu zitakuja tu from our lands. And majority of that land, of that fertile land, is in Africa, 60% of it being unutilized. So what the government can do is venture into that sector again, because we used to do it before. So what the government can do is create a good environment for farming. For example, kama mtu akona over 38,000 acres of land, majority of it being unutilized, like the Kenyatta family, take that land from that family, make sure that no one in the whole country owns over 1,000 acres of land, for example, whichever you choose, maybe 500 acres or 1,000 acres. Make sure that land goes to every person in the country, like kila familia iko na substantial amount of land, ndio kila mtu akue a farmer. Now, after you've done that, you can subsidize the farm inputs, for example, the seeds, the pesticides, the fertilizer, anything, any inputs, also the machineries that are used. You can subsidize them, or you can offer them to people at a loan, you being the government, or you can maybe tell the banks to do that. But anyway, provide those inputs. Also, what you can do for our foods to be 100% organic, you can tell farmers who want to do land farming that if you have to do land farming, then you have to also do animal farming. Animal farming ndio ikupatia manure. If you have manure, you're going to use it in your farm. So hiyo ikuwe continuous, so that our soils can also be fertile for long without us contaminating it with fertilizer and pesticides. Also, what you can do is create a good trade environment for this farm outputs. For example, you can invest in infrastructure like roads, railways. You can also unaweza invest in manufacturing. You can invest in banking, ndio watu wako wanaweza access loans and deposit their, hizi vitu zote. You just create a good trade environment for these farm outputs. And also considering that majority of 60% of Africans are below the age of 25 and 77% are below the age of 35 years old. So you have a very young population, something that also AI cannot replicate. You see some continents like Asia, yani wanaomba watu wa give birth because they have majority of their population is old and they don't have a young population. For example, in Japan, majority of them are old compared to the young people. Unapata even some countries are offering people money to give birth because that is a failing continuation of a continent. But in Africa, we have no problems. Our weather is okay. Our climate is good. We have fertile lands. We have a very young population. AI cannot replace emotional intelligence. It cannot replace human interactions. So we are at an advantage here. Even if we lack those things, like basic things like education to teach us on AI, then let's invest in what we have. We don't have to be like them. We can be separate from them, but in the same levels. Wao wanaweza kuwa wanasoma like China, they are very good in AI, like their minds, they are very good in AI. But since tumenyimwa the education, then we can utilize our land that we were given for free. Yeah. Let me know if you think this can work.